save after that. I should probably talk to her. Oh, I am her.
These
One
things have
moment.
stayed interesting.
I should go talk to her. I assume her parents are in the lair at Baldur's Gate or near Baldur's Gate.
Almost pleasant traveling with company. If you ignore all the less pleasant aspects.
True. Okay. Let's see where Astarion's head's at, and then let's get going.
So, it's a quest to free Shadowheart's parents, is it? And here I was, worried I'd be the only one with a difficult family reunion waiting in the city.
I wanted to ask about Cazador's ritual. You must be thinking about it.
The thing that will decide my fate forevermore. Yes, it's been on my mind. Why?
I just want to know... No, do you think we can stop it?
I hadn't really decided on the specifics. Obviously, we could stop the ritual, or... not. What? I've obviously thought
He has
about
my
it.
sense of sarcasm.
If I was the one who
He does.
completed the ritual, I'd have such power. And I could walk in the sun without fear I'd turn into a mind flare.
True. Naturally, who wouldn't be tempted?
Of course, I don't even know if I could complete the ritual. It may be impossible, but it certainly is tempting.
Okay, what do you intend to do about it?
Before anything else, I need to know where it's happening. To the public, Cazador is an ordinary noble. A little reclusive, perhaps, but just another of the great and the good of Baldur's Gate. He has a grand palace on the hills of the gate, where he hosts the city's high society. I don't know if he performed the ritual there. It feels too public. He'd risk exposure.
He would. We should ask around once in the city. Maybe someone's heard something.
I hope so, because I'm not striking another deal with Raphael. Knows what he'd demand this time.
Good.
But if the citizens of Baldur's Gate don't know anything, my brothers and sisters might. Cazador is a master of secrets, but the other spawn must have seen something.
We'll go ask them. Nice. I don't really care about how Gale's feeling right now. So... I think we just have to rest? Is that the only way out of this? I don't see anyone else to talk to. Withers doesn't have much to say, as per usual. There's Jaheira. Withers still has Arabella with him. Maybe she has new dialogue?
I guess I can take care of myself. I mean, I've gotten this far.
True. Withers?
Fate spins along as it should. Dost thou require a new ally?
No.
Or
No. You know what?
What now? Let's be quick.
We're respecking. That's what now. I'm gonna make you more useful. I'm gonna save before I make him less useful by accident.
Ah, another. Thy name has been recorded. I shall be here in thy camp for
Great.
whenever thou hast need.
Can you help me change
as
my
thou
class?
desire.
Beautiful. We still want him to be rogue, but we don't want him to do magic. That's not useful right now. We still want rogue. Perfect. abilities. Let's take some out of intelligence. Wisdom we still want. Put more into wisdom. I can't go higher than 17, it looks like. Yeah. We'll do that, and then we have another one. Perception is wisdom, yeah. Might as well just do charisma for the persuasion. Actually, wisdom for the fucking... I can't go higher than 15 on this. Okay. Yeah, just con is fine. Con's fine. Class rogue. Confirm. And then let's level you up. I haven't changed his armor in a long time. Rogue level 3. Perfect. Subclass, let's see. Assassin. You immediately restore action and bonus action at the start of combat is lovely. Any successful attack roll against surprise creature is a critical hit. At least against unprepared enemies. Advantage on attack rolls against creatures that haven't taken a turn yet. Lovely. Thief, fast hands, additional bonus action. Second story work, you've mastered the art of falling, gain resistance to falling damage. Listen, an additional bonus action sounds amazing. We don't surprise that often. I think Thief is going to be great. A new feat. Alert, can't be surprised. Actor, dual wielder. Use 2 weapon fighting even if your weapons aren't light, and you gain a +1 bonus to AC while wielding a melee weapon in each hand. Cannot dual wield heavy weapons. Could be really good. I want his luck to be back though. I think luck is great on him. So we're going to continue to give him luck. Class features uncanny dodge. Beautiful. Okay, change. Acrobatics and perception. Okay, he gets evasion. And another feat. Now, you do Mage Slayer. Melee range of you have advantage on any saving throw against it. You have a reaction to immediately make an attack. Could do that. Resilient Spell Sniper skill could be nice. Sharpshooter, not really. Savage Attacker. Savage Attacker is good. Especially because I think it applies to sneak attack. Does Savage Attacker apply to sneak attack? Let me look this up before I commit it, because I think it does. BG3. It does not re-roll the rogue's sneak attack dice. Okay, so it does not work. Good to know, because I almost picked it. Weapon master. Durable, defensive duelist. Finesse weapon you're proficient with. You can use reaction to add your proficiency bonus to your AC, possibly causing the attack to miss. Dual wielder, durable. Let's do ability improvement. 19 dex is good. And then he has supreme sneak. Invisibility. Lovely. Good shit, everybody.
I wish to live in more interesting times.
I should also talk to Jahara.
I have something to ask.
I would not linger in this land over long. But whatever your business, I will aid you if I can.
True. Okay. Doesn't have anything to say. Empty tent. Interesting. What's up here? What is up here? What is all this? Hello? That was me hitting tab instead of alt again. Don't see anyone here. I wonder if this is like for companions that I could have. Potentially. Can't climb this tree. Could use the bed. Oh my god, I sleep like I'm fucking dead. Is my neck broken? Hello? Okay. Let's move on. Aw, he's up on his little hind legs. Cute. Go to bed.
Open this cage, you munting asshole!
No, smile. Okay. Hey, Shadowheart, what's up?
I've been lied to. My whole life. And I was gullible enough to just believe it. My parents are alive, and I have to save them. I think a part of me always knew that. A part that Shah denied to me.
Dare I suggest Shar may have had her reasons? No. You've been forced to live a lie. At least now the truth is starting to reveal itself.
Indeed. But the truth may yet prove painful. Who knows what Shah still keeps from me. We'd better press on for now, and hope we're ready when the moment comes. But before that, there's one thing I need to see to.
And what's that?
You'll see for yourself soon enough. Just leave it with me.
Okay. Ooh, you have something, boy? Oh, let me just... What do you have? What do you have? Drop it.
The dog is unable to speak through the small bag he holds in his mouth.
Stop eating garbage.
I don't know. Maybe you can tell me.
It was...
All I know is I thought of you when I saw it.
Thank you so much. It was rope. It really was garbage. Aww. Good boy. Sick. Okay. I got a rope. Okay, it's time for Lae'zel to try and kill me again, probably. What do you want?
Skvar! My people turn their blades against us. Vlaakith tests my might and my nerve. I will prove to her that my weapon is keen and my muscles are strong. Each raider I fell will bring me closer to my queen.
Good talk. Good talk. Okay. Anyone else have any insight? No? You don't want to talk about the fact that you know the guy?
Poor Shadowheart. She's been jerked around so much. I want to believe the gods keep this world balanced, but sometimes I wonder.
Good talk. Did you have something to say? Why are you like right here?
Begone, friend. I have a darling to adore.
Okay. Well, you should join my camp permanently.
Our thoughts are as one, my friend. You must face the chosen of Bane and Baal. I will do my part to see them laid low.
Great. Okay. Leave camp. I can leave camp now. I'm allowed. Can I... May I go to Baldur's Gate? Oh, we're in a cutscene. It's taking a moment, though. Oh!
The curse has been lifted. The land's cleansed of the shadows. Kethric's reign of living death is over. Your courage has been tested, and in this at least, you have triumphed.
In this one thing, we are victorious. Everyone's still in their night clothes. Good shit. That was a really good chapter. I am a big fan of chapter 2. Just a little taste of Baldur's Gate. I really like that it was a Shadowheart-centric chapter. I'm glad we were able to flip her to the light side, I guess. But I do wonder how that whole interaction would have gone if we had allowed Shadowheart to kill Nightsong. And remain under, like, Shar's guidance. It was very easy to do that. It was a hard DC. It was a DC 30 to convince her. Oh, good. We're playing Rust now. This guy looks like the frontman or bassist of every emo band ever. But like past their prime.
Sergeant, if you are here, I presume Wern's Rock is secure, and preparations for my inauguration are complete.
No, Lord Gortash. We were interrupted. Another quake in the lower city. More severe this time.
Like he looks like he would sing I Hate Everything About You in karaoke.
Sergeant, but even I cannot command natural phenomena to cease.
Forgive me, my lord, but there is panic in the streets.
The people are afraid.
Perhaps the people would be calm if you kept your nerve. I expect better from the Flaming Fist than to run scared from a slight tremor in the earth. Get back to your duties.
Duties, duties, duties. Patrolling and saluting and following and bowing and scraping. Yes, sir. No, sir. Rip and cut your throat, sir.
Your plan is falling apart, lordling.
I love her.
Give me a reason not to cut you to ribbons.
Control yourself, Orin. We need to focus on reuniting the stones or the brain will break free. These quakes are just the start. Neither of us expect the prison bearers to kill Ketheric. They'll be traveling to the city. Let's make sure we give them a Baldurian welcome.
I itch to peel you, to split your skin, to see your skull shine in the light. Little tyrant. Lucky for you, I harvested a whole family of living flesh in Rivington at high sun. They will sate my blade thirst tonight. Oh, but tomorrow, and tomorrow, and tomorrow, and tomorrow, my blades will thirst again.
I love her. Hey guys, what you doing? I hope I'm not interrupting a date.
Beyond the campsite, the city waits in uneasy silence. One sleep away.
One sleep away, chat. We're almost at Baldur's Gate. Holy shit. Santa! Santa's coming! One sleep away!
Don't waste a step.
I thought I was trapped up there for a moment. Once again, I'm on the bottom. Don't know why. Game. There we go. What is this? Bull's strength. Did you drink a bull's strength potion? Randomly? What's happening? Bull's strength from what? It's an item, isn't it? Ah, there we go. It's the armor. I forgot. I thought she just took the initiative. Okay, there's Jahara.
Very well.
No one in here. Still no idea where Maul is. I assume because of the way the quest was worded, we'll meet Maul in Baldur's Gate. We'll meet back up. Lae'zel, are you actually having a drink? Are you lightening up for the first time in your life? Holy shit. You should stand next to Will more often. I accidentally clicked the bedroll. There's Shadowheart. There's Karlach. Do you have any dialogue?
You saw
There it is.
Cortage, didn't you?
What the fuck was he doing down there? Is all of this because of him?
Yes.
The tadpole, the absolute. How?
Hmm. It seems he's a servant of Bane, as Ketherick served Merkel. Who knows what powers he's gained since you knew him?
I'd never have protected a Baneite even a decade ago. I looked after that fucker with my life. I trusted him. He gave me away to Zariel without a second thought. And now he's looking to ruin the entire Sword Coast. He has to die. And I'm gonna be the one who kills him.
Yeah, we'll do it together, whatever it takes.
Can't get away with what he's done. To me. To us. He won't get away with it. I can feel it. The engine. It's getting hotter, louder. It's going to blow if we don't find another way to fix it. You know, Zariel may have put the fucking thing in, but Gortash gave her the go-ahead. You expect this shit from devils, but not from the people you care about. Let's get to the city. Got business there I'm highly fucking keen to attend to.
Yeah. Beautiful. Running hot, 10 turns remaining. Yeah, she got a little upsetty, and I don't blame her. Don't blame her. These two don't have anything to say. Currently. At least not with an exclamation point. He's not keen to talk. It doesn't look like Gale has anything to say. Is there anyone in here? Oh, there's Withers. Withers, why did you put yourself in timeout? Is there someone you're supposed to be speaking to? A companion that's not here, maybe? Are you good?
Fate, dost thou require
No.
a new ally?
I don't require a new ally. Thank you, though. I keep hitting tab instead of alt. Okay. That's not anything. Do you have anything to say?
The gate is closed, as is Cazador. Cazador and his rite of profane ascension. An imperious soiree, attended by devils and spawn alike. A grand ceremony to honor one exalted vampiric master.
Are you drunk?
And elevate him to an unfathomable station. To place him in a position of such esteem. The world will yearn to kneel and offer their necks.
We need to stop him. Yesterday.
We will kill him, but there's more to it. Think about it. It sounds like Cazador, for all his evils, has gotten further than any of my kind ever have. He's on the verge of a miracle. If the time comes and I can stay one move ahead of him, I'll take his place before his blood can hit the floor.
So you'd kill to take that power from him. The others bound to the ritual.
What's a handful of the wretch's servants? If they're anything like me when I was enslaved, they're all but begging for death anyway. After 200 years of shit, pure shit! I think I deserve something better.
All that matters to me is that you're safe, or freedom is not the same as power. He's not gonna like this. But we need him.
Look, I appreciate that. I'm very grateful, of course. All I'm saying is, let's be clever about it. If an opportunity arises,
You still don't
for
like
to
him?
become
Me
a more
neither.
magnificent bastard than I already am, why turn it down? Let's find out more about the ritual before we waltz into Cazador's front door.
I agree with
if
that.
we track down my old comrades, the other spawn, we may discover more and be finally positioned for yours truly to ascend.
Don't get ahead of yourself. We don't even know if it's possible for you to usurp the ritual.
We're going to Baldur's Gate, the city of 1 in a million chances, splendor and squalor. Anything could happen. If we don't find my brethren, they'll find us, likely with bared fangs. We should get to them first. Then we can make their pretty tongues talk. Unless Cazador's changed their orders, they'll be in the dens of this town, seeking prey.
Okay. Fair enough. Gale, do you have anything useless to add?
The Absolute should be a thing of the past, and I with it. Yet, at the risk of angering Mistra further, I'm glad it didn't come to that, given what has come to light.
Oh, Karlach's here. Hey, friend. You seem to be in a good mood. Thought you might be more subdued after coming close to blowing up.
Indeed. Under other circumstances, I might have been subdued or ashamed. But after what we saw, I must admit, I'm excited. The Elder Brain. But more importantly, the crown that it wore. Even without seeing it for myself, I could sense it. Netherese magic. So pure, so complete. I doubted what I was feeling at first. Most Netherese artifacts contain only the faintest amount of their former power. The ghost of an echo of a memory. That crown was different. I can't fathom how such a wonder survived. Surely everything of its ilk was destroyed along with Netheril itself, but no matter. It exists. I must learn more of it.
Okay. Back up a little bit. Why is it so important all of a sudden?
That crown sits on a gargantuan elder brain bent on destroying us and everything we hold dear. Understanding its true nature might unlock the means of our victory. We need to learn more about what we saw. An artifact as powerful as that crown must have been documented somewhere. As luck would have it, we'll soon find ourselves near one of the finest book collections this side of Candlekeep. Sorcerous Sundries. I need to go there and learn all I can.
Okay. So you just want to go shopping? I really want to say this. But just explain.
Ha! Sorcerer's Sundries is no mere trading post. It's been serving the arcane community for centuries. Their collection of rare tomes is unparalleled. Netherese texts are hardly commonplace, but I'm certain they'll have one or two stashed away. You'll have to forgive my eagerness, but if my suspicions prove to hold water, this could be the answer to all our problems.
Listen to me, Gale. Repeat after me. Yoinking the crown off the Elder Brain and giving it to Mistra will not make her like you. It will not undo what you've done. Jesus Christ. Hey, buddy.
You smell very delicious, but I will not bite you.
Thank you, thank you.
More.
Every time you can pet the cub, you gotta pet the cub. Halsin, do you have anything to say?
Painful truths have been thrust upon Shadowheart. I believe she is strong enough to endure, but her path will be easier with our support.
I do really like that whenever a story thing happens to another companion, everyone has something to say about it. It's not like they're all having their own separate things and like don't interact. I'm a big fan of that. How am I holding up?
I've been unfair to you. I've had unrealistic expectations of your character ever since I joined you. But honestly, you've surpassed even those. Seems my faith was more than well-founded.
Great. Bye-bye. Who is this? It's the owlbear cub. There's Scratch. Karlak we've talked to. Halson's still around. Yeah, he came back. He just randomly came back. So who wants to talk to me? I don't think I need to talk to Shadowheart again, but I might need to talk to Shadowheart again to progress the story. Maybe Will?
Almost pleasant traveling with company.
No.
If you ignore all...
Do you have anything to say?
Taken from the light to be raised in darkness. Your truth is finally dawning, Shadowheart. You can follow its light, or you can retreat back into dusk. The truth is finally dawning.
There we go.
Shadowheart can follow its light, or she can retreat back into dusk.
The Absolute's cult has Ravengard. Where will they take him?
Worm's Rock Fortress. All travelers to Baldur's Gate flow through it. It serves as headquarters for the Flaming Fist and their commander, my father. The Absolute's army's on the march. Gods forbid a tadpole Grand Duke throw open the gates for them.
Well, he will. Do you have anything else to say? Weirdo?
Shadowheart was no true child of Shah, merely a captive. She must have her vengeance.
Oh, you're on Shadowheart's side. That is news to me. Let's see. Considering they almost killed each other. I kind of want to see if she yells at me for stealing the egg.
Kalir's clutch held 36 eggs, more or less. Though I've learned of creches that harbored 100.
Githyanki looked quite humanoid. How did you evolve to lay eggs?
Humanoid. How I despise the term. Githyanki are quite superior to humans. Our biology slates state that Githyanki came to lay eggs after we escaped Illithid enslavement and took to the astral plane. It's an asexual process, a favorable change by any estimation. Hideous to imagine a life where I couldn't partake in the pleasures of sex without the looming threat of bearing children.
Okay, I'm curious about the logistics. Who does the laying?
Shukiani. Githyanki chosen by Vlaakith herself to bear young. The queen assigns when and where they must lay, and how many eggs they must bear. The Shukiani pass their eggs in the material plane. In the astral, time barely passes. It is a meticulous process, carefully timed so that the eggs hatch at once.
Great. On to other matters.
Go on then.
About your quarrel with Shadowheart.
It is over where I am concerned.
Okay, that's a relief. We won't survive this if we don't stand together.
It is through conflict that we strengthen our bonds. Yet I do not recommend Shadowheart seek it again. The next resolution may not end in her favor.
Okay, weirdo. Bye. I think I've talked to everyone. Yeah, it didn't give me a warning.
The events of the last days weigh heavily upon you. Sleep's rest is slow to come to one whose mind is so full. The Absolute is not a god, but an elder brain controlled by the chosen of the Dead Three. They mean to use it to take control of the Sword Coast, All who carry the tadpole are governed by the brain, and by extension the chosen. It will take but one order to transform them into an army of mind flayers. This would have been your fate too, were it not for the Dream Visitor's protection. With his help, you have uncovered the cult for what it really is. A plan of conquest, orchestrated by the gods of death themselves. Together, you have the power to thwart the Dead Three. If you follow this path to its end, the Elder Brain will not answer to the Chosen. It will answer to you. Will you liberate them from their parasites and their religious delusions? Or will you use the power you gain for your own purposes?
I will free everyone of this evil.
You will not have long to wait. All you need to do now is sleep. But sleep is not for you.
Under attack. Help me.
Great. Hey. We have to kill the portal. All
Ready
right.
for this?
Hi. Hello again. Okay. Astarian. Moving. Bonus action. Dash. Don't react. Reroll the crit. That's fine.
Fight your way to the portal. I need your help.
Have to keep going.
Okay. Sunbeam, long rest. Just fucking... Just hit him. Nah. Just do that. It's fine.
Concentrate.
Shadow Heart. Not enough movement. Let's see. Inflict wounds, can't reach. Just do a nice Sacred Flame. Maybe they'll... Oh, they actually took damage from it. Nice. Another one. It's fine. Rolled 33. Jesus. Now we don't need Executioner. And then... Can I throw you? Too heavy to throw. Damn. Fine. Just Frenzied Strike. He's dashing. Okay, well.
Come quickly.
Hello?
I can't do this without you.
Nah, don't re-roll it. And then second bonus action. Critical miss. That's fine.
No choice but to keep going. What path lies before me?
Bonus action. Hi.
Where's our dream guardian?
I'm here. Help me. I'm under attack.
Okay. Jumping.
No time to waste.
Damn, it's good to be alive.
Okay.
For another round?
Hi. Intellect devourers are on our side. Okay.
It's not over. Come to the skull.
Reckless. And again.
So much for peace.
Nah. Nah.
Swift as my feet can carry me.
Hi. Nah. Okay.
On the move.
You will be cleansed.
Honestly, yeah, kill the fucking intellect devourers. Sentinel. No, I'm not raging anymore. That's kind of fucked up.
It's not over. Come to the skull.
Okay. Trying to loot this corpse. Would love to loot the corpse. Thank you. Bone shard. Okay.
Anything of use?
Hurry. I can't hold them back alone.
Well,
Keep going a little longer now.
chill.
It's not over. Come to the skull.
Yes, I'm coming. Hold on. Chill out, bro. And where's Karlak? There we go.
I need you. Now.
Shut the up. Shut the up. Hey, that's my dream visitor. Better than Lae'zel? Honestly, yes.
Before you do anything, I am your ally. We are in danger.
Oh, shit. A mind flayer.
Yeah, did you not figure this out yet?
Our protection against the Absolute. I must subdue him, or everything we've worked towards is lost. Don't let my form deceive you. I am the one that's been protecting you. I am the one that came to you in your dreams. Help me.
Prove to me that you are who you say.
You saved a child from a viper, back in the Druid's Grove. You saved the Asima Night Song from her soul cage. Your continued existence as yourself, and not a mind flayer, should be all the proof you need. Now, help me.
How do I help?
The god. Destroy the god. They prevent me from subduing their master. Do it now.
Fuck it. Sure.
Together, we can turn the tide.
That was fucked up. They're just dogs, man. You don't have to hurt them. Alright. Good crit. Amazing crit. Bonus action dash. Bonus action. Reroll. For 3. I rerolled for 3. Okay. Why would you oh my goodness. Okay.
Down the hatch.
Bump bump. One more. Wonderful. Hi. Quote unquote multiple targets. Ow. Okay. Shadowheart time. Not enough movement. Got it. Okay. You missed. Fantastic. Okay. Undead and shadow creatures. Ooh, this is from Arabella. Ooh. Thanks, Arabella. Telekinesis. You into him. Right then. They saved. That's fucked up. That's kind of fucked up. I'm gonna stay back here though. Sentinel. Missed. Damn. Ow. Okay.
Let's play.
Indeed, let's play. Bonus action. Delicious. Good dominate. Hi. They have 1 health left.
Well, well. Look what we have done.
That's fine.
I need your help.
absorb elements. She'll be up in a second. Ow. What the fuck? See? I told you she'd be up in a second. Shit. Okay. Wonderful. Astarian's being held. Sentinel. Damn. Dominating the same one over and over again. Okay. Karlak. Come slap this one, please. Reckless. Good shit. Just continue hitting the same one. Wonderful.
I need your help.
Oh my god. Okay. Not again. Alright. Cure wounds level 4. Wonderful. And then shove that one. Didn't go well. Okay. It is in fact time to push that luck again. Missed again. Astarian. This one's a better bet. Okay. And give me one more. Wonderful. How much health do you still have? You're full. You're fine. You're fine. Hey. I feel like it would be a waste to rage at this point. You know?
Soldier, I need your help.
Good missing. All right. Good shit. And then move up to here to do Sentinel anytime it decides it doesn't want to attack Shadowheart. Never mind. It's off. Okay.
Thank you. That was too close. Don't look at me like that. I am a mind flayer. Yes. Without me, you would be a slave to the Absolute.
Of all the things to be indebted to, a bloody mind flayer.
I agree. I ask again, Who are you? And I'm gonna need a name this time.
You may call me the Emperor. An adventurer. I came from Baldur's Gate, though I was never one to be constrained by circumstance. I longed for more. That longing brought me
I
to
played
Moonrise
Assassin's
Towers
Creed.
on a search for treasure. To a colony of mind flayers who caught me, changed me into what I am now. For years, I served the Elder Brain, the one you know as the Absolute. I was a thrall like any other, but I was fortunate. I broke free and started a new life in my old city. I sustained myself on criminals. Unglamorous, but there are plenty of them, rarely missed. And they fueled me while I did my work. I had the good fortune to meet Duke Stelmane. We formed a partnership, and through her, I became the governing force behind the Knights of the Shield, the largest mercantile operation in Baldur's Gate. People referred to me as the Emperor. Such was my influence, though of course they had no idea what I really was. My needs were sated. I was happy for a while, until my true nature was discovered by the tyrant himself, Lord Gortash. He tore me from my home and brought me back to the Brain, where I became a slave once again. A slave he continued to call me Emperor. The name was intended as a slight, to remind me of the heights from which I fell. But I have grown fond of it. It encapsulates well who I've become.
Great. Lord Gortash is one of the chosen in the colony.
Indeed. His hubris knows no bounds. To enslave me, that was his nature. But to enslave an Elder Brain, a questionable decision. I shall look forward to sharing his downfall with
you. I didn't realize Mind Flayers could be independent thinkers.
Not all Mind Flayers are alike. I have always valued freedom above all else. In my past life, and present. It has been a burning need within me for as long as I can remember.
So you're going to tell me what this battle was about?
We fought to tame Prince Orpheus, the son of Gith herself. His power has been the source of your continued protection against the voice of the Absolute. The power to disrupt hive-mind communication. It is the same power that enabled Orpheus's mother to bring about the fall of the Illithid Empire eons ago. A power she passed on to him, and that I leveraged for you. When Orpheus's mother left, a usurper took her place. Vlaakith declared herself queen of the Githyanki. Vlaakith wanted his power, but Orpheus rose against her, and so she sealed him and his honor guard within this prison. Bound by infernal chains, Orpheus could never leave. Bound by duty, his guard never would. They were close to breaking my hold on that prince. And if they had succeeded, we would be lost. I am relieved. You have embraced your potential enough that you could help me eliminate them. Alone, Orpheus will be much easier to control.
Okay. Was it you or Orpheus that Vlaakith wanted us to kill when she ordered us inside the prison?
Most certainly Orpheus. He is a threat to her reign. Some Githyanki still revere him, in defiance of their teachings. Vlaakith was safe as long as they believed him to be dead. But as you can see, he is very much alive. She kept him this way because she was reluctant to eradicate such power. Power that she might one day wish to take from him. If the Githyanki ever find out what she has done, there will be civil war. Blackheath will be finished.
Were you imprisoned here too?
No. Gortash sent me on a mission to retrieve the Astral Prism. I was one of many, but the first to find it. How Gortash or the other Chosen learned of its existence, I do not know. The moment I found it, I felt a change. My free will returning. I followed the feeling inside, and found Orpheus. I realized what the prism was for. Containment. While my body was within the prism's bounds, my mind was free. I could resist the Elder Brain, the Chosen. Better yet, I could plan to overthrow them. All I needed to do was subdue Orpheus and find allies in the outer world. You.
What happens if we free Orpheus?
That would be a terrible idea. The moment he is free, he will attack you. Your only defense would be to kill him, and in so doing, he would doom us both.
Even though he is subdued, you feel Orpheus's revulsion, a pulsing hatred that cannot be contained. The Emperor is telling the truth. To him, you are just another wretched illithid.
You carry a tadpole. As far as Orpheus is concerned, you are already a Lithid, a sworn enemy, just like me.
The more I talk to you, the less you seem like a mind flayer.
I appreciate that. But this is what I am. My original body was destroyed when I transformed. When I first escaped the Elder Brain, I searched for a new vessel. But the longer I inhabited this one, the more it grew on me. I realized that returning to my former self would only impose limitations. Any advantage I could gain by restoring my original appearance, I already had to hand in the form of magic, and that humanoid shape you've come to know. As an Illithid, I have far surpassed who I ever was before. You, too, should embrace this change.
I'm trying to avoid becoming a mind flayer. I thought you agreed to protect me.
I believe we'll have a better chance of defeating the Elder Brain if you embrace your latent Illithid potential. I've been studying you for a while now. I believe I can trigger the next stage of your tadpole's life cycle, while continuing to preserve your independence. You have seen what I can do. Imagine yourself with the same strength, the same intelligence, the same devastating beauty. If you let me, I can evolve you.
If you can evolve me, why can't you stop Ceramorphosis altogether?
The answer is twofold. One, I can, but it would kill you, as I told you before. Two, why would I? You have done well with the limited form you have, but you would do far better as an Illithid. So, do you wish to evolve or not?
No, thank you.
Even as you say the words, you feel a lurch of disappointment. Your mind bristles with Illithid potential. How could you be so cruel as to deny yourself what you want most in the world?
I felt that. It's your nature. You cannot fight it. So embrace it.
I'm
good. It wants
good.
to evolve, but it cannot do so alone. It must commune with another.
No, I won't do it. Shit. Okay. We're gonna save scum this with inspiration. There it is. I'm good, you know?
A wave of disappointment, stronger than any you've ever felt. And then stillness. You've resisted your illithid instincts. For now.
You are not ready yet. Keep hold of it then. Until you are. It has enough vitality to further your evolution. And your allies. Perhaps you will be more inclined to try it when you see more of what our enemy can do. But we mustn't lose focus. We need to resume our journey. You heard the Chosen. The brain has gone to the city, and the army marches to follow. We must not let them reach it. We must find the brain, and bring it under our control.
Interesting. Yeah, no, I'm not gonna do the full transformation. I like some of the powers, but not that much. Additional damage equal to their wisdom modifier with unarmed strikes. That's cool. Oh, one more? No. No, there's a couple more. Intellect Devourers. Ooh, Crown of Madness. I'll take it.
More for me.
Oh, a Chasm Creeper. I'll definitely take that. Alright. And there's some more over on this end. Another Chasm Creeper. And then we'll do some alchemy. Little bit of alchemy. Extract all ingredients. Elixirs. Arcane cultivation we want. Tadpole elixir. Unlocking malevolent power. Sure. I don't know what that does. We'll find out. Potions. Angelic Slumber, Healing Supreme. Yes. Angelic Slumber, beautiful. Speaking and flying, we don't really need. Give this to Shadowheart. Give this to Shadowheart as well. Psionic Weakening and Psionic Enrichment replaces effects from other elixirs when drunk. What do they do, though? Affected entity has disadvantage on con, wiz, and intelligence saving throws. After using a tadpole power, affected entity gains advantage on all attacks for 3 rounds. So basically, I drink this and then charge in with Karlach. That could be really good. Astral Touch Tadpole. I'm just gonna put this in a backpack, and we're not gonna eat that. As fun as it would be, I'm not eating that. Okay. There's a Githyanki slate, and there's some more Chasm Creeper. And a pouch. What are you? Healing, minor healing potion. Listen. We'll take all the healing potions we can get. And a heavy stone. Alright. Let's go back. You sure you want to leave the astral plane? Yes. I appreciate that he asked, and like I do like the Emperor. He's pretty cool, but I'm not down to turn into a Flayer. Like a full Flayer, I'm good. A little too tentacly for me, you know? Not a fan. Plus there's the whole you have to eat brains bit that I'm also not a huge fan of. What am I missing? Ashes of Balsam, Rogue's Morsel, Musk Creeper, and Sublimate of Kieran Hair. Didn't I just pick up some Kieran Hair? Yes, but I need 3 of them. Is that actually the turning point for becoming a Flayer? Yeah. So if you overuse the powers, you have a harder time resisting. And if you eat that tadpole, you seal your fate and become a Flayer. I don't know if you can get anything except a bad ending when you're a Flayer. I think there is like a neutral ending as well. But I just don't want to be a Flayer. I'm good. You do become extra powerful though. But like besides that, unless you do both of those things, there is absolutely no downside to popping every other worm you can and taking full advantage of that. It's like as soon as you eat so many that you've like filled out the brain completely, like this, like once you reach these guys, you're in danger. But as long as you like spread it out, you're good. You're fine. You're chilling. Alright. Veg. Okay. Shadowheart, your hair! Babe! You're one of us now! Oh my god, one of us! One of us! One of us! Heyo! You want to talk about that? Is it the stress?
So, there's been a mind flayer inside the artifact, or astral prism, the whole time we've had it. Sounds like utter madness, even though I've seen it with my own eyes. The more I learn, the less I understand just why I was sent to retrieve that thing. But it matters little now.
I like
do
this hair
not
on
serve
her
Shah
more.
Anymore. Nor the Mother Superior. The prism is no longer my mission. Saving my parents is. But I digress. Did you want something?
Yeah, she also got rid of the bangs. They're no longer like flat under a circlet that doesn't exist. No, I'm not gonna talk them into eating the special tadpole. We're fine. How you doing? How you doing, Lae'zel? You good?
Your parasite communes with Lae'zel's. Her heart races as she learns of the events inside the astral prism.
Orpheus, Gith's only son. He lives. It is not the Gaith visitor that Vlaakith would destroy. It is Orpheus, the traitor prince, the Laxarai.
What did he do?
He sought Vlaakith's head in a Gaith ploy for her throne. Listen close. The Emperor spoke only in half-truths. For you to know the tale of Orpheus, you must know the tale of Gith and of Vlaakith. Long ago, when we
Oh my god,
rose
Lae'zel,
up
I
against our
don't
Gaith
care.
slavers, Mother Gith made for the Hells to secure an alliance with the Archdevil Tiamat. Tiamat gifted the Githyanki our red dragons, Gith remained in the Hells, and Tiamat's envoy proclaimed Vlaakith our ruler. The first Vlaakith of many. It is Vlaakith 157 whom my people now call Queen.
Okay. That's a lot of Vlaakiths.
Yes. Our current queen has claimed undeath and reigned for 1,000 years. But it was the first whom Orpheus tried to slay. Orpheus is Gith's renegade spawn. A Gaith thrall who would return us to our slavers. He convinced his own mother's honor guard to join a coup against Vlaakith I. He would have fed our empire to the Illithids had he succeeded. It was Kithrak Voss himself who slayed the prince in vicious battle, or so the Varshas teach us. Yet the traitor's with us, controlled by that repugnant Illithid. Should Orpheus go free, he would hand Vlaakith's dominion to his Gaith masters. The astral plane would be first to fall. The others would soon follow.
Okay. He wasn't killed, he was imprisoned. Can you trust your teachings?
Entirely. Vlaakith Karsivim Hrathkrashet. Only in Vlaakith may we find light. This is the creed. I will not abandon all 10,000 protocols over one sovereign secret.
And this is why you have no friends. Okay, bye.
We find a way to enter the prism and slay Orpheus. He is a Gaith puppet cloaked in Githyanki skin, and the most powerful mind master known to my people. One word from his scheming lips and the people would doubt. 2 words and they would rage. 3 words and they would bow to the false prince. The Githyanki would be slaves once more, and one by one, the planes would fall to the Gaith. The spirits of the fallen be my witness. I will find the means of reaching the prince through his domed prison. And when I return to the astral prism, I will slay him in the name of the undying Queen Vlaakith.
No, you're gonna sit your ass back at camp. Just like you have been doing. Bye-bye. She's level 1. She's not that harmful. She'll be fine. Alright. Can I leave camp? I can. Speak with animals. I don't think anyone else has anything to say. Now let's talk to Karlach and Astarion, just because they're traveling with me. Do you have anything to say about what just happened?
Gods, Shadowheart looks like a stack of gold. Never thought I could get so excited about someone's forehead, but here we are.
Yeah, we're not gonna convince everybody to eat the tadpole. But look at her. She's like, oh my god, Shadowheart is glowing. I love her. Beautiful. Okay, where the fuck? Do you have any insight?
Oh, we have a new look for a new Shadowheart. Nice as it is, she still doesn't have the best hair in the camp.
I would have expected nothing less. Let's leave. Oh my god, chapter 3? Holy shit. We're in chapter 3? It's only been... What has it been, like a month? It took me a month? It's been 1 week since you looked at me. That's all I can confidently remember from that song. There's a lot of lyrics to that. 5 days since the living room at the very least. Exactly. Exactly. I am getting hungry. So, I think we'll do a little bit more.
Gortash and Orin have established themselves and take their nether stones.
That is the plan. My god, Karlak, you need to get... We need to go to a salon. You need to, like, join the rest of the squad. I like that they're all still in their night clothes. And I'm happy I gave Karlak those clothes. Take their family jewels. Let's go.
Another step forward.
The city is close now. My former peers will be watching, no doubt.
Mm-hmm.
Waiting for my return.
And we're gonna beat their ass.
We should do what we can to find them. What they know could help us.
But why are you not grouped? There we go. It's been... Okay. Find a Sharan lookout. And then... we have to find him. Keep an eye out for Mizora. Because she said she'd be here. We're not going to the domed prison. And then... we're looking for spawnlings. I thought that was a corpse for a moment. Okay. Backpack. I'll take the healing potion. Another backpack. Another rogue's morsel. Good for healing potions. Waypoint discovered. Lovely. We're in Rivington. Hello.
Excuse me. I can't find my mum.
Okay, where did you last see her?
She was sick. She had spots on her face and hands. She went to go get some herbs, and she was supposed to come back the same day. That was last 10 day, though.
Ooh. Here's some food. This is a child from the Thieves Guild. I know it is.
Wow. Thanks. My mum would like this. She's the best cook in the world. And she taught me too. I'll look for her. I think she'll probably come soon. Thanks a lot.
Okay. He's got a little pet fox named Grub. That's something.
It's the right thing to do, isn't it? Everyone deserves the chance to make some coin.
Hey, guys.
If my friend tries to get you to invest, kindly turn her down. She doesn't need the encouragement.
Just a teensy investment to get me started. What are you selling? You selling Herbalife? What is this?
If I hire the refugees, then I get cheap labor and they get coin. It's a good deal for everyone.
What? What are you trying to do?
Enough to clean Crimson's cage, but not enough to organize the wine. Stuck here with no coin. Madam Lucretius is very...
Hey, bud.
All this kerfuffle over missing redcaps. Yes, we'd caged them due to unruly behavior, but as our redcap cleaners demonstrate, most are perfectly harmless.
Oh, you've lost red caps
Everyone deserves the chance to make
in a
coin.
populate. Oh, okay. That's so unfortunate. Circus poster.
The circus of the last days has returned. See Dryads, Jin, and Dribbles the Clown back with a new act.
I really don't want to see Dribbles the Clown. That's the last clown I ever want to see. Hey, Benji.
Stinks of cheese. Between his piggy toes.
Are you...
Dare you? What in the hells is all of this? A necessity, good sir. The Steel Watch loves pretending sweet Rivington doesn't exist. So we have decided to protect you, dear patrons. No need to thank us. You'll be allowed in once I've done this batch. Next!
What are you doing?
Hello, hello, and welcome to the Circus of the Last Days, the finest extra-planar circus there is.
Right.
A circus? Can we go?
Why is a ghoul sniffing people? I appreciate your enthusiasm, Karlak, and we will definitely go.
Oh, this is Benjamin. Say hi, Benji.
That's close enough.
Benji here checks all our patrons to make sure none of you are vicious murderers. Can't be too careful. But enough of this. The circus is a place of joy and distraction, so come inside and forget your worries.
All right, I'd like to enter the circus.
Not a problem, dear patron. Benji just has to check if you're a vicious murderer. Benji?
Brain juice smells like piss and iron. No like.
Oh, well, that's a first. Usually I'd allow you in, but in these times, I can take no chances. Move along. No circus for you.
I've actually just been hired. I do a magic show. DC 10. 32. Let's go. I've just been hired. I belong
it's
here.
About time. I told Lucretius forever ago that we needed some more razzmatazz on the big stage, you know? Glad she listened. Welcome to the circus. A motley crew of misfits and morons.
One of those is true. I knew that would inspire Astarian's dumbass. That's why I did it. As soon as I was like, deception? Inspiration. Free inspiration.
Don't be scared.
Let's talk to Fist Patrick before we go.
Something's on my mind.
Something arresting them all.
Keep a sharp eye out. Redcaps are on the loose. One's deemed too violent to work.
I like the
Not one
quotes.
of these circus folk seem bothered by it.
I'm sure we'll be fine. We'll be fine. No, but seriously, why are they in
Don't be shy.
their camp clothes? There we go. I think I must have accidentally hit that on all of them somehow.
Let's move.
Don't know how that happened, but let's fix it. I want to get Astarian some new clothes. Hey, you guys enjoying the circus? Zara the mummy. Hi. Try to interpret her hand movements. Give me guidance. Wow. You know what? We just got a free inspiration. Better.
You realize she is miming putting on face paints. She has them to sell.
I would like to see your face paints. Hell yeah. Face painting kit. All of them. A disguise kit. Ooh. Sage green, black and azure, yellow, light blue, green, orange, red. Dye remover. Give me all of your dye remover. I've made mistakes. I love her. Okay, I'm gonna give you a necklace. I'm gonna give you a rope. Silver band. Sharpness. Daredevil gloves. We don't really need because we've put these on. And the Kashigo boots we don't need either. Can I? I was wondering if I could sell her my tadpole, but that might be actually the worst idea I've ever had. Because she's gonna eat it immediately. Give. This color spray disguise self. Thank you for the face paint. Okay, I'm gonna try and use it. What does it do? Oh right, I have the mysterious artifact now instead of Shadowheart. Interesting. Consume. Clown face paint until long rest. You are unaffected by hideous laughter. I'm beautiful. How many? We're good. I'm beautiful. Hello, Akabi.
Approach, ugly one.
Thank you. A djinn. Must have been a long trek from the elemental plane of air.
Yes. Behold! Akabi's Wheel of Wonders. Spin! To win prizes beyond your tiny imagination and make your miserable life more bearable.
Yes, behold. No thanks. I've learned to be picky with the interplanar beings I deal with.
Then Akabi pities you. Begone, miserable one.
However, Karlak was excited.
Approach, ugly one. Behold, spin. To win prizes.
What kind of
beyond
things
your
can I
tiny
win?
Akabi has traveled across the plains, burning and conquering all. Win the spoils of such conquest. Or, if luck smiles upon you, win the grand prize, the jackpot.
I'd like to spin the wheel.
Let us see if you have luck's favor.
Goodbye 500 gold for nothing. Save failed perception.
Alas, no jackpot for you, ugly one. But you may have this.
Thanks, I guess.
You are welcome, putrid one. Return again to try anew.
I'm gonna try with Astarion. Gem of Restitution. Doesn't do anything. Oh no, he sleight of handed us, the scum. He might have sleight of handed us, yeah. We did just give him 500 gold as well. I'm gonna save. This I want to saves come for. I want to know what I'm perceiving.
Approach! Beyond spin! To win prizes beyond your...
I'd like to spin the wheel.
See.
You notice a glint in Akabi's beard. As it glows, the wheel moves away from the jackpot. He is cheating.
Alas, no jackpot.
We knew that.
Ugly one. But you may have this.
Nice trick rigging the wheel, but you need to work on your technique. It's obvious.
You would accuse me, a Kabi, destroyer of planes, of cheating?
Yes.
I am, however, feeling gracious, so I will forget this and allow you to spin again. Or I can turn you into something vile. Choose.
Do your worst, you cheating bastard.
Behold my fury.
20 turns. I'm cheese. Cheesy smell. Mmm, delicious. Hold on, wait. Mmm, so good. Beautiful. Everyone vomit. Ooh, ooh. Can I make it? Oh, yeah. Mmm, so good. What are you guys talking about? It doesn't matter. Hey, I'd like to report an incident. I am now cheese. Can I talk to people as cheese? No. That's kind of fucked up. Anyway. That was great. I love that. Alright. I think that's where we're going to end it for today, because I do have other things I have to do tonight, and the Wheel of Cheese was fantastic. Thank you guys for joining me today for more Baldur's Gate. We finally reached Chapter 3. We have achieved true cheese form. And that's all I can really ask for. I'll be back tomorrow, I promise, with more Baldur's Gate. Have a great rest of your day. Stay safe, and I'll see you next time. Cheese. Bye-bye.